Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another podcast episode number 18. I am here as per usual, Showtime Shoots. And I'm here today to break down everything that happened at SummerSlam and the post SummerSlam Monday Night Raw. Without further ado, without further ado, let's talk about it. Alrighty, so SummerSlam Night 1 was a success among everything that happened at Night 2. Both nights, in my opinion, were a success. I recorded my Night 1 predictions, so here are my Night 1. No, I recorded my Night 1 results, or full show review, but I never posted it. So here is my full show review of Night 1. Alrighty, so with the first match on the card, we had Liv Morgan versus Io Sky for the WWE World's Women's Championship. Now, this match was amazing from top to bottom. This is the best Night 1 that Triple H has had in a good while. And I'm proud of Triple H for that. Everybody backstage delivered, everybody in the ring delivered. Congratulations on that. Now, if you guys see my eyes start going down a little bit more than usual in this video before we continue with my review, I am tired. I've been up since 5 in the morning. It is currently 10 a.m. I said 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. where I'm at right now, and I'm very tired. I went to work at 5, then went to go watch Spider-Man Brand New Day for the third time. Wonderful movie, by the way. But I digress. Let's talk about wrestling. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan was a phenomenal match from top to bottom. The ending sequence was amazing. That match had everything that it needed to be, but except Io Sky winning, which kind of threw me off. This is Liv Morgan's first title defense since winning the championship, and her winning the match only solidifies that Stephanie Vaquer will be returning to in-ring action very soon to challenge Liv Morgan, because there's not a lot of people on Raw that can challenge her for the belt besides Io Sky. Who else we got on Raw? I don't even know who we got on Raw. The Judgment Day girls, Nikki and Brie, Paige. Yeah, a lot of women on both rosters, but nobody's challenging Liv Morgan right now. So we'll just have to tank it for now. But Io Sky will become your WWE Women's World Champion and very, very soon. But let's move on to the next match. With the next match on the card, we had the 6-man tag team match between the Usos and Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight, Royce Keys, and none other than babyface Solo Sikoa. Man, oh man, this match was good. This match was very energetic. Every single match on this card hit. I think we had a total of 5 or 6 matches, and all of them hit. I love that Brock and Oba was the main event. I love that we had the right winners. I'm glad that Solo Sikoa didn't turn heel. I'm glad that LA Knight got the pin over Jey Uso, so that can only mean one thing. We might be back in World Heavyweight Championship category now. LA Knight, yeah. After Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns is done, I believe that LA Knight will be the next challenger for Roman Reigns' belt. Obafemi is also in line, so we will have to wait and see how that goes for the most part. But I'm pretty sure LA Knight or Oba is the next contenders for Roman's belt after Seth Rollins. So, with the next match on the card, we had Nick Aldis versus Gunther. This match banged. I wrote a tiny little paragraph here that I'm going to read out loud to y'all. Aldis went on the Chris Van Vliet show these past couple of days, and he stated that, I'm going to play the clip, actually. Yeah, he got really emotional about talking about his this match against Gunther. He went out there and proved that he can still go. So, what does that mean for Nick Aldis next? I have no idea, but I'm hoping that it leads us to having a good ass another match that is a banger with Nick Aldis with whoever he faces. Um, as of the recording of this video, Triple H did reinstate Nick Aldis as a SmackDown general manager. Um, I don't know why, but I'm assuming that Nick Aldis doesn't really want to do full-time wrestling at his age. He's 39. But I wouldn't mind a one more run from Nick Aldis. Like, it's Nick fucking Aldis. Come on. It's Nick Aldis. Like, that man showed out against Gunther. I said in my little paragraph, I think this was a barn burner match for Gunther and Nick Aldis. Aldis definitely pulled it off and most certainly proved not only to us, but to not to us, the fans, but to himself that he still got it. So moving forward, I think Nick Aldis will have matches here and there and not so often every week, every match card. I think it'll be like, let's say he has a SummerSlam match right now. We're probably going to build up to another match against him against somebody else at Survivor Series. And then he probably won't have another match until Mania or Rumble, whichever. Or I think that's the rotation for him. I don't see him wrestling on every PLE, because that would be crazy. But here we are. He had his one match in WWE. He nailed it. He lost, but it's all good. Do I see him contending for any titles? Potentially. But we'll just have to wait and see how his schedule is now that he has re-established himself as a general manager on Friday Night SmackDown. So, let's move on to our next match. We had the Bellas and Fatal Influence. The Bellas and Paige versus Fatal Influence. Fatal Influence ended up picking up the win. Nikki and Brie attacked Paige after the match and turned heel. So Paige will now be feuding with the Bellas, which is pretty cool in my opinion. But I don't have any notes on this match. This match was really good, and I liked it. But let's move on to our next match. We've been recording for how long? Oh shit, 7 minutes. Wow, crazy. Next match on the card, I wanted to get to these last two matches because I'm going to talk really in depth about these matches and how good these matches were. Cody versus Punk is the next match on the card. So let's talk about Cody versus CM Punk. This match started off slow. I put in my notes, I said, man, this match needs to start picking up the pace a little bit because we're going a little slow. So the match started picking itself back up. Cody Rhodes hit one of the most nastiest supercutters of all time. That shit was gnarly. CM Punk is way too old to be jumping off the top rope into a table, landing, and damn near breaking half of his bones in his body. He is way too old to be doing moonsaults. He is no longer 20 years old, Punk. You are 47 or 48. Please, we do not need you ending your career, or WWE, not WWE, or wrestling ending your career before you end your career in wrestling. So please, take care of yourself, Punk. But this match was incredible. After that super cutter, we had the moonsault spot, and then Punk tossed himself through an announce table without hitting anybody. The way he flopped was hilarious. And then, after he died, he hit a GTS on Cody Rhodes coming back inside the ring. And then they did the same, I think this is Punk's favorite spot for some reason. He did it in AEW with John Moxley, and he's doing it again in WWE. He's done it a multiple various amount of times while being in the WWE. So he goes this thing where he GTS's somebody, he kneels down on the ground, he picks the person back up, and GTS's him again for a win. No. Cody Rhodes countered that, cross-roads him, CM Punk rolls out the ring. We had a bump spot with Charles Robinson taking a bump from Cody Rhodes going for a super cutter again. And he rolled out, hit crossroads. Punk rolled out the ring. Here comes the camera angle with Randy Orton sneaking his way back inside the ring. Hits Cody Rhodes with an RKO. Thank God, because we need something fresh for Cody Rhodes without him winning the belt every fucking time. But yeah. I hope this Randy feud versus Cody could pay off in a good way, because I would hate for them not to go all in on this feud, because these two can have a Hell in a Cell match if they really want to, or a barn burner I quit match. That would be cool. Let's pause the video real quick. So, if you all didn't know, I will be making a feature film titled Sketches of Us within the next following calendar year. I am hoping to raise $15,000 for this film. If you guys can help me raise money on GoFundMe, the link is in my bio. This film is about 5 college kids who meet each other and build a community around one another and help one another to stop from a film club getting shut down. If you would like to donate on my GoFundMe, please link any type of money you guys can to my GoFundMe to help support this film. Now, let's get you guys back to the video. But yeah, my overall thoughts on this match is that it's pretty solid, pretty cool. Lasted a good length of time, and it was a success nonetheless. So let's move on to our next match. We had the last match on the card. We had Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar in an Inside Hell in a Cell. This match was good. 12-minute match, nothing too over the top with it, nothing over dramatic. Just two beasts going at it inside the ring. One is 6'2", one is 6'3", 310 pounds or 302 pounds, and Brock is 303, age 28, age 49. Here we are. Now we're here. Brock Lesnar and Obafemi went to war, with Brock Lesnar hitting 6 suplexes to begin off the match. 6. He threw a couple F5s at him, and Obafemi had to go crazy. He had to no-sell. There was a lot of AEW no-sell shenanigans in this match, but I don't mind it because it is truly Obafemi. He is that guy. So, yeah, this match was pretty good. I liked every single bit of it. I have no problems with it, but I wish they used the cell more. They had a table spot, they had a chair, steel steps, but not really usage of the cage where they toss each other outside of the cage and start beating up, and start climbing the cage. They didn't do none of that. They just went inside the cage, had a fight inside of a cage, but it was more of a street fight. But Obafemi did pick up the win in this match, and now Brock Lesnar came out after the match and said, "I am the past, he is the future." Gave Oba his props in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and dipped. Now, what's next for Oba? In his post-show, he told Joe Tessitore and the others, Big E and Corey Graves, he said, "Hey, anybody that wants to fall in line with Obafemi will get demolished." Well, he didn't say that verbatimly, but he said he wants that crown. His King of the Ring championship has still yet to be, I said championship, his has yet to be cashed in on yet. So CM Punk also said, if you want to go live in obscurity, go to Roman Reigns. But if you want to be in the spotlight, come to CM Punk. But there are reports that Kevin Owens is coming back to train in the WWE Performance Center this week. So that could be interesting too. We cannot rule out Kevin Owens sliding back and putting himself in a feud with CM Punk. That would be cool. That would be fire. Randy Orton and Cody on SmackDown, CM Punk and Kevin Owens on SmackDown. That would be cool. But then that would leave room for Roman Reigns on Raw. Who would Roman Reigns face? LA Knight potentially, Obafemi potentially. One of those two guys. But overall, this was a great show from top to bottom. Muy bien. But thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate y'all for being here on this lovely Saturday night. I am tired. I'm going to sleep. And y'all can have a rest of y'all day, morning, evening, good night, whenever time y'all watching this. And I'll see you all in my next one. Goodbye, and I'll see y'all soon. Later. Boy, I'm about tired as hell. And as for night 2, we had probably the best, like, I believe that it was the best show that they did, that whole 2-night event. That was the best match by far. Let me fix my camera because this looks ugly. Okay, cool. I don't know if it's my screen a little wonky, but it's making me look like I'm placed weirdly. I think I'm saying it. Anyways, yeah, let's talk about night 2. Night 2, we had a fatal 4-way match. So this match originally was supposed to be Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor for a chance at the number 1 contendership opportunity for the Undisputed Championship. But Nick Aldis said, you know what? Nah. We're going to have 2. Gunther and the returning Kevin Owens. Now, this match set up a fatal 4-way between those 4. And the person who came out winning was the person who came out from injury almost 2 years ago. Well, it wasn't even almost 2 years. It was a year and a half ago that we lost Kevin Owens due to a neck injury. And now Kevin Owens is back, and he is automatically put in a position to succeed because he has an opportunity at the man that they call CM Punk for the Undisputed Championship, which I believe was one of the best matches on night 1 in the night 1 main event. So, Kevin Owens ended up winning this fatal 4-way. I don't think that man gives a fuck about his neck whatsoever. Not only did this man do swanton bombs out the ass, but he came out gunning like he had something to prove, which he kind of did after being out for more than a year. But my God, Kevin, you did not have to do this whatsoever, but you did. And I love it. Good shit. Kevin Owens ended up winning the fatal 4-way to become the number 1 contender. Next match, which is very surprising to me. I'm scrolling through WWE.com to find the results of night 2 because I only watched the main event. I did not watch the whole show. I just watched Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, which was a banger. But we'll get into that later on into the show. This match was a banger. Well, no, Baron Corbin versus Trick Williams was not a banger. It was very short. Penta versus Chad Gable was also short, but it was very good for a match that only ran for like 10 minutes. I had to take a sip of my water there. Remember to stay hydrated over this hot-ass summer. But Baron Corbin ended up picking up the win and winning the United States Championship over the man that they call Trick Willie, which is, I find very weird. Because Trick Williams was put in this position of where he is supposed to be the mid-card guy that's going to run through the main event scene when it's time and when he's ready. Now he's put in a position of pure malice where Baron Corbin ended up picking up the win. And now everybody online is hating on Baron Corbin for winning because they didn't want Baron Corbin to win. They wanted Trick Williams to win, which is fair because Trick Williams, not only did he just probably hit 100 days with the belt, but here he is now without the belt. So this is a very weird exchange, but if this leads to Carmelo Hayes versus Baron Corbin and Carmelo Hayes defeats Baron Corbin, then that'll be good. But if Carmelo Hayes does get a main event push, that would also be nice for his career development. Overall, short match. Short match, wrong result. Next match on the card, we had the interim. I don't know why it's called an interim, but it's no longer interim because the other day, Rhea Ripley confirmed that she had a knee surgery on her knee, which is going to take some more time off from her. And now we have a new interim WWE Women's Champion in Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is your new WWE Women's Champion, and she had to say that because Let me tell you, a man named Michael Hayes despised Chelsea Green, that he thought that Chelsea Green wasn't even supposed to be able to be a champion in our realm of WWE, and now she is. So shout out to Michael Hayes for doubting Chelsea, and now Chelsea is your WWE champion. It would be cool to see who Chelsea faces off with, but in my opinion, I don't think that that reign is gonna last that long. But I hope she does have a lot of fun in this current reign that she's in. Next match on the card, we had the worst match of the night: Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio on a Human Money's on a pole match. This match was pure garbage, I heard, and I kind of watched highlights of it, and it wasn't really that great. Why this match existed on the SummerSlam card, don't know. This could have been held on a Monday Night Raw after, and we would have had an uneven split of matches, but I wouldn't mind that. Because why was this match on the card? What purpose did it serve? Entertainment? Sure. But other than that, I didn't see no point in having it on the card. Right result, though. Danhausen deserved this win and retained his record. Next match on the card, we had Chad Gable versus Penta for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Now, in my eyes, this match right here was the closest to second best. This is the main event before the main event, in my eyes. Let me connect my camera real quick. 1 second, guys. Give me a second here. But yeah, this match ruled. With no shadow of a doubt, this match was really, really, really good. But the correct winner came out winning, and the person that came out winning is none other than Chad Gable. Chad Gable ended up picking up the win in a massive win to become a WWE Intercontinental Champion. What's next for Chad Gable? We don't know yet, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope he has fun during this reign. I hope he enjoys this reign, and I hope that eventually he can prove that he belongs in the main event scene. Now, next match and last match on the card was the Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. By far, this is probably match of the year contender, in my opinion. This match was really, really good. It's the tribute to Dean Ambrose with the lunatic French clothesline, the Dean Ambrose finishing move, everything that represented the Shield, the 2 Shield bombs, just everything. Them Roman and Seth stealing each other moves, and also at the end when Roman Reigns retained the belt, they did the whole Shield fist bump, and oh my gosh. Man, you don't even know half of it, bruh. That match was beautiful. That match was really, really good. And that set up Roman Reigns' next challenger that we will talk about shortly. But before we even get to that, I have an announcement for you all. So, let's get into the announcement. Let's pause the video real quick. So, if you all didn't know, I will be making a feature film titled Sketches of Us within the next following calendar year. I am hoping to raise $15,000 for this film. If you guys can help me raise money on GoFundMe, the link is in my bio. This film is about 5 college kids who meet each other and build a community around one another and help one another to stop from a film club getting shut down. If you would like to donate on my GoFundMe, please link any type of money you guys can to my GoFundMe to help support this film. Now, let's get you guys back to the video. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I am back. Thank you for listening to the announcement, and remember to go ahead and show some love to the GoFundMe and support me on this journey of making this film. Now, Monday Night Raw. One of the best Monday Night Raws of this year alone. Brock Lesnar officially retired from WWE. He is no longer a part of WWE. He is now on the alumni section. He stated that he has some hunting to do. His daughter's probably going to the Olympics. His 2 boys are probably going to go play hockey, and he's going to go live his best life. Traveling and being on the road on the constant is not Brock's thing. Was never a on a go superstar every week, go here, fly there. But in his earlier career, he was. But now things have changed. He's older. He's much more wiser, and he cares about his body and his health and his kids. So, with that being said, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell was pretty good, but short, and they didn't use the cell at all. But it was a good match. Oba retired Brock Lesnar, and now he is the next face of the WWE, potentially. The Oba hate is very forced because majority of y'all, if Oba was coming out, y'all would be strutting to the ring like him. So I don't want to hear no Oba hate. Oba is one of the best talents to ever touch WWE. Period. So to hate on Oba is crazy, but I know I'm getting sidetracked, so I'm gonna get right back on track. For the opening segment of Monday Night Raw, from what I remember, because I watched this show through and through, and I liked the beginning and I liked the ending of the show. In the middle was but it was cool. Key pointers from the beginning of the show: L.A. Knight, interrupted Roman Reigns and said something in between the lines of, he spelled out, "You suck," to LA Knight. To Roman Reigns. Spelled out "you suck" with different words. Creative. Cool. And I love it. Roman Reigns came out and said, he specifically told LA Knight, "Boy, you got a Walmart watch on and you want an opportunity at my belt? You haven't even done anything to even stay on top of trying to get an opportunity at the belt. Get in the back of the line." It's true. What? You want a 6-man tag against my cousins? Cool. Go at it. But LA Knight, he a shit talker. He's not gonna let that slide. Again, mind your ears. "You suck," goes LA Knight to Roman Reigns. So I'm predicting now that Roman Reigns' LA Knight should be happening at Money in the Bank. If not Money in the Bank, then Sunday night's main event in September. We don't have anything else this month. So I'm hoping that this build could be proper. Knowing that LA Knight is not going to win this match. He has opportunity. He lost it once. He's re-establishing himself as the guy to dethrone Roman Reigns. Who knows? Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. But all I'm saying is, if LA Knight does not beat Roman Reigns, I hope to God he is in that Money in the Bank match. I hope. Where he can capture the gold. That's low-key overbooking, but that's smart overbooking. I love that booking because LA Knight deserves a main event championship. Triple H, I don't know what you got against the kid. The kid is very talented. He's old, but he's very talented, very wise, very smart, educated. In-ring promo is great. In-ring wrestling is great. Everything about him, from top to bottom, smells superstar. And he's kept that aura from 2023 all the way up to 2026, which is now. And he still gets the pop when everybody's saying, L.A. Knight, yeah. So why not? Why not give him a push? Just please help the brother out a little bit, But I digress. Becky Lynch has returned from being on vacation, and I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins is now on vacation. Becky Lynch has returned, and she has claimed that she wants to be a women's world champion on Monday Night Raw. So therefore, she challenged Liv Morgan and told Liv Morgan, "You're not even the best champion on your team." "No, I don't want you, Raquel. I already had my fair share with that belt. I want that one. And you think you're the best women's champion of all time. You're not even the best woman that slept with Dominic Mysterio." Ooh, holy shit. Boy. Kayfabe, obviously. But it worked. Stephanie Vaquer came out she is back on the main roster after being gone since WrestleMania. And now she gets to be, she's most likely going to face Becky Lynch in an opportunity to fight against, Stephanie Vaquer versus Becky Lynch is probably a one-on-one match that's going to happen relatively soon to set up a number one contendership match. Or if that doesn't pan out the way WWE wants to, they can always pivot to a triple threat between Becky Lynch, Stephanie Vaquer, and Liv Morgan. But yeah, overall, Monday Night Raw was really good. Royce Keys versus Jacob Fatu was pretty awesome. LA Knight coming backstage before we even get to the main event. LA Knight had a backstage. Roman Reigns had a backstage segment with the Usos and Fatu, and he was like, "Bruh, y'all gonna let this punk ass man named LA Knight beat y'all at SummerSlam? We were equals. That's what y'all wanted, right? But y'all can't beat little solo LA Knight and your boy Royce Keys. Royce Keys ain't family. He's just one of the boys. Solo's supposed to be on my hip right now. Solo coffee, go get it. That's the plan. That's the strategy. So what's the play, Oos? There is no play. I got LA Knight. Y'all don't touch him. Roman Reigns walks away. When Roman Reigns walks away, LA Knight comes around the corner and says, "Y'all heard that? Y'all listen to y'all daddy, Roman Reigns, and tell y'all what y'all to do. Alright?" And of course he goes after Jey Uso, because Jey Uso the hothead. And he knows Jey Uso can't do shit because Roman Reigns told him not to. So, there's that. That was fucking hilarious. But, yeah. Royce Keys ended up facing Jacob Fatu later on in the main event of the show, where Jacob Fatu left Royce Keys a bloody mess after Monday Night Raw, with a lot of blood gushing from his mouth. Some other key takeaways. I'm pretty sure Sol Ruca beat Roxanne Perez in a one-on-one match, or if I'm not mistaken, I think that's what happened, and then they beat up her after the match. Penta and Chad Gable had a tag team match against JD and Dominic. That match was really good, surprisingly, for Monday Night Raw. And any other key takeaways? Not that much, but overall, Monday Night Raw was pretty solid, in my opinion. So take that as you please. Really, really short episode for you all today. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I just wanted to get this quick and out the way so I can head on out and go enjoy the rest of my day. And thank you all for 1,177 subscribers. We're almost there to 1,200. Hopefully we get to 1,400 by the end of the year. Thank you guys for supporting the ShowtimeShootz Podcast. Shorts will be back shortly, because I know some of you guys don't want to watch the full long video, but it's good to watch the full long video because you miss clips. Sometimes I don't upload my clips, which is my bad. But I appreciate y'all stopping by for episode number 18. Remember, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and go support the GoFundMe in my bio to support me on the way to making this film happen. So, without further ado, I forbid y'all good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you guys are listening from. And I'm out of here. Goodbye. Later.